Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler, and welcome back to Scorpio Oxman channel. And so before we get started today, um, we got the sad news this past week about the passing of one of the all-time greats in Hollywood history, Robert Redford, and he will dearly be missed. And my heart goes out to him and his family, and lots of love and thoughts and prayers for sure. And I absolutely want to mention. I'm going to do a video. His Robert Redford. So his birthday is August the 18th, and I'm definitely going to do a video of him in the near future. If not, I don't really want to wait till next year. Of course, August the 18th. Next year. And I definitely want to do it sooner. A full video for Robert Redford. And we have done him before. We have done a video of Robert Redford before in a few years back, and we're definitely going to do one again. He's one of my all-time favorites. Oh man, he's just and just like Michael Douglas for sure. But I want to mention this right up front, something about Robert Redford, and just very briefly. So in regards to the 27 nakshatras that circulate the zodiac, now we're talking about the 11th nakshatra, Purva Phalguni, also called Bacchus in Greek. The Greek name for Purva Phalguni is Bacchus, and that's according to Jade Luna, of Jade Luna's book. Uh, the His book, Austerian Astrology: The Lost System of Alexander the Great, Volume 1. So that's according to the Greek name for Purva Phalguni being Bacchus. So Robert Redford, his moon is Purva Phalguni. Uh, Sean Connery also had a Purva Phalguni moon, and I absolutely have to mention this and want to mention it because right now the sky, as of right now today, September the 21st, Sunday, we have an all Purva Phalguni sky. Both the sun and the moon are in Purva Phalguni star, Nakshatra of the zodiac. Ironically, the moon and sun combine are both in Purva Phalguni. Ironically, Robert Redford, he is born with a Purva Phalguni moon. And those with a Purva Phalguni moon, what goes on in their life and like what kind of characteristics they have in their life. And I'm just going to tell you briefly a bit of it, okay? And professions and persons ruled by Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, especially those who with their moon in Purva Phalguni. Um, the places and persons associated with rest and relaxation, vacation, and entertainment. Okay, entertainment, it says. Uh, the things of rest, relaxation, and entertainment. It says again, entertainment. Resorts, cinemas, and places of relaxation like spa. So get a load of this one. Creative artists like musicians and actors. Okay. So is it a coincidence? Nope, not a coincidence, right? Creative artists like musicians and actors. Music in general, involved with music. Involved in professions connected with marriage, marital happiness, like event organizers, wedding planners, and marriage counselor. So the one that says cinema, involved with resorts, cinemas, and places of relaxation, and involved with creative artists, like musicians and actors. yeah, and music in general, and entertainment, the world of entertainment. So that says a lot. And this website, because I mentioned it, I'm going to have to cite it here. So we'll do that. And yeah, so I'll cite the website of this below in the information below. It's the it's from AAPS dot space, and yeah, the name of the website is, let me just, AAPS dot space slash docs Nakshatra. It's a long address, but it is a lengthy address to name off, but I will leave it. I'm going to leave it at the in the comments below, or in the info below the video for you to check out. And so yeah, that was very interesting when I came across that in the research in my research that I did on Purva Phalguni. And so especially those with the moon, such as Robert Redford. So okay, and Michael Douglas, also one of my all-time faves. And I so his birthday is this week. It's the 25th, September 25th. So I'm doing it a little bit early. I'm doing the video on him a little bit early. And so I've decided, yeah, so instead of so yeah, I thought to do it early, of course. And he is, of course, no introduction needed. Wall Street, Romancing the Stone, Basic Instinct, A Perfect Murder, uh, Falling Down, uh, uh, un, there's so many, the list goes on so much that it's like a never-ending list of his. And of course, his father, Kirk Douglas, he did many, many movies as well. Oh, and he directed uh what other One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Um, Michael Douglas was directed and was heavily involved in. And uh, I want to name at least one more of his that he, yeah, it's a lot. Um, there was one of his that was a favorite of mine. I don't know that there is a favorite of his. Yes, of course, Ant-Man, the Ant-Man trilogy was one of his recents. And let's see, Haywire, Beyond the Reach, Behind the Candelabra, Solitary Man, and The Sentinel, A King of California, Don't Say a Word, The In-Laws, Traffic, Wonder Boys. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the one I was thinking of that I was trying to remember. Wonder Boys. Yeah, it was something with boys in it. So Wonder Boy, that was the one. So that's why I wanted to look it up to make sure. And so in the Face Off. Actually, no, that's a mistake. Sorry. The Game. Yeah, The Game he was in. Um, A Perfect Murder, Disclosure, him and Demi Moore, Disclosure, The American President, The Ghost in the Darkness, of course, Basic Instinct, as we mentioned, in Wall Street, he won Best Actor for Fatal Attraction, and some of his earlier ones. I see uh, When Michael Calls, Summer Tree. Cast a Giant Shadow, one of his earlier pictures. So yeah, amazing. So Yeah, his list, and of course, and again, his father, Kirk Douglas, just um uh like a never-ending list of movies. Amazing. So, Michael Douglas, he is, without surprise, so talking about his primal astrology today, uh, Spirit of the Whale. So Michael Douglas, he was born on Day of the Whale in Primal Astrology, September 25th, 1944. Day of the Whale in Primal Astrology. So that makes him to be Spirit of the Whale. So why was, so here's the explanation for Primal Astrology. Why was September 25th, 1944, Day of the Whale in Primal Astrology? Well, for one thing, it was Day of the Dragon in Chinese astrology. It was Year of the Monkey. 1944 is Year of the Monkey, yes. But September 25th of 1994, that was actually Day of the Dragon. And the Water Dragon, I believe, for Michael Douglas, it's a Water Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. So it was Day of Dragon, and it was also a Sagittarius moon. So those who are born Day of Dragon, who also have a Sagittarius moon, the Sagittarius Dragon combination in primal astrology, that is Spirit of the Whale. So there, who is Michael Douglas? Okay, so what are those who are born on Day of the Whale? What are they like? This is it right here. Optimistic, adventurous, and proud. It takes an incredible amount of effort to slow the momentum of those born under the sign of the whale. And the free-spirited whale goes where it wants, when it wants to. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think anybody is going to get in the way of a whale? If a whale wants to get at something, probably not. So let me think about that. So imagine. So, and I know there's many different kinds of whales, but think about the biggest one of all of them, the blue whale, which is 110 feet long. And how much does it weigh? Oh my gosh, I don't think it weighs 100 tons, or does it? I wouldn't be surprised. I think it weighs more, well, it weighs more than 10 elephants, I think, or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, so that's pretty so imagine someone like that or something like that and trying to get in its way, okay? You think you're going to stop it? So so there you have it. A free-spirited whale goes where it wants when it wants to. And check this out. They are surprisingly quick, powerful, and even loud. The biggest ones have no natural predators, for no one can face the pure amount of size and force inherent in the whale. So, and I wrote this kind of like a joke down here, but that doesn't sound like Michael Douglas at all. Now, gee, that doesn't sound like Michael Douglas at all, does it? So I'm being sarcastic, of course. So, other famous people who are Spirit of the Whale, who are also born on Day of the Whale in Primal Astrology, Johnny Carson. So, Johnny Carson was also a whale, Spirit of the Whale in Primal Astrology, just like Michael Douglas. And I don't know how many times Michael Douglas went on Johnny Carson show back in the day. He probably went on a few times, quite a few. And so, yeah, so those would have been big shows of those two being on together. We could tell you that. So so yeah, I'm gonna just read off a little bit about what it says. And okay, oh, sorry, something just okay. So, okay, I just wanted to mention, okay, Michael Douglas he's married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, and just a little bit about, okay, so their love life, just a little bit about their love life. I wanted to mention, read off here. Whales, those who are spirit of the whale, whales make great friends. Okay, so they make great friends. They are always up for a good time and love to socialize. They love to socialize. They are outgoing leaders with strong personalities who may at times um, give the direction of their friend groups. Sometimes give direction of their friend groups, but not always. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting what it says there. Members of this sign are very attractive. They're exotic and unique. So I thought, and people are naturally drawn to them. So so yeah, so people are naturally, so that's another thing that I wanted to mention about those people are naturally drawn to them, as they are attractive and unique, exotic and unique. So, okay, guys, so I'm going to leave. Uh, Also, okay, I'm just going to read off a little bit about careers and goals. There are so many different things whales want to experience in a single lifetime that it is difficult to pin down careers that fit them well. So, because there's a lot of things they want to go for and accomplish, ultimately, what they do is not as important as what they do, as why they do it. What they do is not as important as why they do it. So this is a sign that requires excitement and adventure, but also respect and power. Respect and power. They have to be they have to, they have, sorry, they have the drive to be the best. They have the drive to be the best, if for no other reason than to see if they can. Members of this sign follow their hearts, and they should. They are their own best guide. That's amazing. Yeah, they are their own best guide. So, okay, so, and I'm going to leave the article on primalastrology.com below. Well, it's right here. So, and I'm going to leave it below for you guys to read more about Spirit of the Whale, who is Michael Douglas. So, okay, guys. Well, thanks again, as always, for tuning in again today, and hope you're all having a great weekend. And I wish you a very great week in the upcoming week. So, thanks again, and keep firing your questions at me, sending your questions at me at scorpiooxman@gmail.com. That's scorpiooxman@gmail.com. I answer your questions for free. So, and of course especially about astrology as well. So, until next time, and happy early birthday to Michael Douglas. So, thanks again, guys. Until next time, all the best. God bless. Thank you. Lots of love.